Hey Hada, what's happening in Melee? All kinds of things as per usual for 20 plus episodes. For 20 plus episodes, we've been at this and we go, what are we going to talk about? Of course, there's always something to talk about. And you should all be happy as much for this dead game that is apparently dead and all that stuff, or at least Doubles is dead. Wait, okay, we got to save that for another episode. Doubles is not dead. We're going to get that at the big house this upcoming weekend. And we got Doubles at LTC. What a viewing experience. Hada, LTC, Lost Tech City. We got to not watch Doubles top four as Hungrybox and Plup beat Mango and SFAT in grand finals at LTC. The super Sag. I was very annoyed to see a Mango tweet something to the effect of, yeah, went game 10, what a tight set. You had to be there with the other 20 people, Lamau, or however the tweet went, and I'm just molding at home.
That's insane. They didn't stream it?
No. They didn't. Somebody recorded it with their phone. I think it was Bobby Siege or somebody else. But
I'm gonna fight someone. That's crazy.
But
That's
I don't think it was actually game 10. I think that was Mango exaggerating a little bit to help make me upset. But I know it wasn't streamed on LTC. That's what I'm saying. I looked for it. I asked on the Melee Stats Discord, where you should be able to get anything you want Melee related, by the way. And nobody came through. And that's not Edwin's fault. It's not Wheat's fault. Well, was Wheat there? Wheat was there. So yes, never mind. Wheat, why did you record that grand finals? All right, I need to let you talk. Hada, how's it going?
I mean, I'm tired of this double slander. I mean, everyone keeps throwing it to the side. Summit has not ran a traditional doubles bracket in I don't know how long. It's like, okay, so PewFat aren't playing anymore, and I guess like Team UGS isn't playing as much anymore. It's like the two super hype teams aren't playing anymore. But doubles is insane. Doubles is so cool. Again, I'm super biased because, Peach Main and from Colorado, and our unranked doubles teams will beat any top 100 team out there. I'm just saying. Give me Fizzwiggle DSJ. Hey, that's top 8 at a major, at least on 6 or 7 different occasions. And both those players have never been top 100. Just saying. But I digress. When it really boils down to it, the doubles is like half the game in all reality. Doubles is what, there's so much skill expression. There's a different like meta game that's formed out. It's a completely different skill set. And they're like, oh my God, it's so clustery and whatever. And it's just like, no, you're just bad. Stop being bad. Get out of here, bad kids. But what I really, really love about LTC is Mango. Hey, that's a Mango dub right there, baby. Mango Nation. That's what I like to see. And more than anything, on top of all that, where are my Dark Hero fans at? Dark Hero,
yes,
smack it up on Pipsqueak real quick.
Called out here on this very episode last week. Hada goes, I don't know, Jesse. Dark Hero's pretty good, because I was going, Pipsqueak seems to be very confident in the matchup, and nobody went back to the Pipsqueak episode on Radio Melee and like interspliced his audio with the match because it was streamed, but that would be hilarious. I'm just so good versus Marv, you don't even know, and then getting, like kind of getting the hands from Dark Hero, or getting the sword. Let's go, Dark Hero.
I'm gonna just make I might just go and react to the sex. I actually haven't seen it. I was busy all this past weekend, but God, I want to watch that set. I'm so excited to watch John absolutely slice up the dude who made that meme content with the help of Jaxilla, of your public transit is shit, your Melee shit, and suddenly I'm just gonna go up and then suddenly I'll see you in Michigan and show them that your healthcare is shit and this, that, and the other, and then you lose to unranked Texas Marth.
So shouts out to Dark Hero. Also, just real quick, you were right about Dark Hero. I was right about Hungrybox Plup. I know that was an easier call to make for the doubles winner, Hungrybox and Plup, but I just needed to say it. Someone needed to say it. Okay, the top 8 for Lost Tech City, we have it here, consists of Mango taking it at first in a game 5 set over Plup, and that was actually game 10, because in winners finals it was Mango versus Plup, also in game 5. So after winners finals, Mango goes to winner side grands, and then Plup goes down to losers finals to face Hungrybox, and just smacks Hungrybox back into like 2019, because that was a swift 3-0. Plup and Mango with 3-0 victories over Hungrybox this past weekend at Lost Tech City. That is very impressive to me, because this is when Hungrybox historically rounds into form for his number one campaigns in years past. The fall time is the box time. But if LTC is an indicator, we might not see a lot of potential first place performances from Hungrybox, because Mango and Plup had very convincing sets over Hungrybox, Plup and Mango. Very impressive.
Yeah, I think that it's, I don't want to say HBox has been solved, but I think that the play style
every time you think you do, right?
Every time you think you've solved HBox, you come out with something. I think that Mango specifically has to kick into a different mindset. And I think he said that on multiple occasions on his stream, where like if he is locked in mentally and ready to play HBox's game, or ready to play into that HBox play style, I feel very confident that as long as Mango is mentally there, he's gonna lock in, he's gonna take care of business. I think Plup, IBDW, and Leffen are three of the players, and Wizrope are the players who inherently can get into that mindset pretty easily. That sort of play to win, play to look for your individualized neutral wins, not necessarily look to kill, but look to play for those neutral wins, is a play style that is inherent to whittling down a very disciplined Jigglypuff like Hungrybox. So seeing Wizrope come out, after not going to a lot of tournaments and take HBox as close as he did, and force HBox into that crazy pop off. And, Plup taking it. Jmook has done it. Jmook has taken sets. So I do think Jake can do it. But I think the players who, and this is why I don't feel exorbitantly confident for HBox going into Big House and or Summit, this upcoming Summit, is, Cody and Leffen are going to be there. And those are the players where, honestly, the last time HBox played Leffen, the last couple times, HBox looked lost, man. HBox did not know where he was at. And this kind of goes into my favorite going into the Big House. Let's go Big Left. Big Left is on the sticks. He's been getting podium performances in Strive like an absolute gamer god. And he's got the Sheik, he's got the Fox, he's got the mentality. He's still in that fighting game mindset, whether or not he's been competing in Melee or not. When you're still in that zone, when you're still competing at the highest level, regardless of the game, you can get into that flow state. You can get into that competitive and champions mindset. It says a lot. So having that coverage, having that matchup coverage where, oh, what if he runs into Amsa? He's got the Sheik if he needs it. What if his Fox is just playing extra crispy? He doesn't even need the Sheik. What if his Fox is a little bit off? He can switch into the Sheik if he needs to. He has the flexibility. If it's to go against Falcon, he's got the Sheik. But the Fox is, has run over so many top Falcons. So it's like he has the matchup coverage. He has the discipline. He's still in that champion's mindset. I feel really good about Leffen going into Big House.
All right, we are in Big House mode. The Big House 10. This is a tournament that, assuming that everybody makes it, we're Mango feeling sick, Mango taking COVID tests, testing negative thus far. So other than the Pause Champ emotes for that, a lot of top players, and all the way down to top 30, nearly everybody is going to be at the Big House, and this is an open bracket. It's cool that we have the Ludwig Invitational coming up on our birthday weekend, Hada. True. It's cool that we have that going on. But this is an open bracket, nearly 1,000 Melee entrants, and this must be said, top 64 looks like a top 8 for a weekly or a top 8 for a regular major. Okay, this is some of these matchups, just to even start off the winner side top 64, Hada, are insane. I'm talking about matchups like Nun versus Pipsqueak. How cool is that going to be? Or what about Leffen versus Zamu? That's just one side of winner's side top 64. What about on the other side of winner's side top 64? What if Ben, the Sheik, we're talking about the Sheik Ben, who, by the way, is Etost friend, sponsored for this event, so let's go Etost. What if Ben has been studying all of the Sheik VODs of Leffen and Jmook having success against Zane, and what if Ben just wins a set versus Zane to start off winner's side top 64? What if Axe and Lucky? What if Lucky's saying, you know what? Instead of Axe having a hot second half of the year, I just get this going and I beat Axe and I get to have my matchup with Mango going into top 24. And then J-Mook versus Skurzo or Fiction versus Spark. This is just insane to me that I'm reading to you the first matches on the winner side of top 64. How crazy is that? I sent you the bracket. I just want you to name me some matchups that you're looking forward to seeing there, because we have to start with top 64 and whittle down to top 8 because there's simply too much talent here to ignore top 64. We have to at least sprinkle attention on everything because, oh my gosh, this event, so stacked. So many players are going to be there. It's going to be amazing.
I'd say you have to be a top 50 quality level player to even make top 64 at this point. You're seeing Fat Goku and JJM in losers round 1.
Yes.
So Fat Goku, 5 or 6 time top 100 player, probably 4-time top 50 player, something along those lines, versus JJM, who just recently won a regional, I believe, in Tri-State, with probably the nastiest Ices versus Puff 0 to death platform handoff combo I've ever seen in my whole life. You can go check some, I believe it's on Twitter, but I have never seen an Ices 0 to death at Puff off of grab from the center of stage without wobbling. And JJM is kind of like nasty with the sauce. You have Face Roll and Squid in losers round to top 64. Dawson versus the Devil, who is the rebranded swooper. We have Mop Money Panko going on an outrageous run in the last couple months, and of course Mop Money being the best fox out of New Jersey. And we've already gone over how broken Jersey has been in the last few months.
Super broken.
Yes, and you got J Flex, B-Bats, Mop Money, Wally, you have as like your top 5, and JJM being in there as well. It's absolutely disgusting. Lunar Dusk, Slow King, Grab Azel, Soon Say Mateo, like these are all incredible players, and without even looking at the winner's side, you have crazy matchups like Aklo Slug and HBox Zuppy, which is not a free ride for HBox. HBox can definitely lose to Zuppy. I can definitely see Zuppy taking over HBox, and if that were to happen, I think that would be the marquee upset of the tournament. I could definitely see that happening.
What about the Gallant Melee Open matchup? Who is going to make winner side top 24, Hungrybox or Aklo? If that matchup happens, that's literally 2 or 3 grand finals of the Gallant Melee Opens that we've had so far in the past couple of years. That would be really cool to see because it's happening in real life. Hopefully, oh, please put that on the stream. There are gonna be so many matches that are not gonna be streamed, Hada.
Jesus, our winners quarterfinals is disgusting.
Yes, we have to talk about winners quarterfinals, dude.
It's like these are like winners semi sets.
These are grand final sets. Zane versus Mango.
Plup Leffen, IBDW J. What? Like this is literally the 3rd place match from Genesis. Is IBDW J-Mook, and they could be getting 9th. God, that's disgusting. Like they're guaranteed 9th, but that's a top 3 level caliber at another super major. Zane Mango has been many grand finals. Plup Leffen could be a grand final. HBox Amsa could be a grand final. God, this tournament is insane. Yeah. And then looking at potentially who wouldn't make top 8. Ginger would possibly miss out on top 8. Fiction, Axe, Moki, Johnny, Nunn, Kadoran, and even Aklo could be missing out on top 8 this tournament. Like I think this has to be all the top 10 players. I don't see a top 10 player that's not in attendance.
Except for Lod. Shouts out to Lod.
Oh, Lod.
Aw.
Big goat. My goat. My king. If Dark Hero enters, I think Dark Hero wins though.
Oh, free. Absolutely.
This is the freest Dark Hero dub I've ever seen in my whole life.
It's so difficult to choose an angle here for who has the best chance of starting out top 24 in losers and making it up to top 8, because the first challenge is that top 24 is on Sunday. So they will play out the bracket on Friday and Saturday down to top 24, and then top 24
like Sunday morning into Sunday evening, I'm assuming, something like that.
Well, actually they go pretty much back to back, as I recall, going from top 24 all the way through top 8 and finishing at 5 o'clock, and then ultimate top 8 is at 5:30 or 6 or whatever it is on the schedule. You get it. It's after Melee's top 8. So for those of us at home or at the venue, like I'll be at the venue, shouts out to me, I guess, that will be able to do stuff afterwards, like go home or go out to dinner or go out of the venue and do stuff. It's going to be awesome for Europe as well, who won't have to start at top 8 for Melee at 4 a.m. They can actually theoretically be done, midnight-ish or however the time works. Again, you get it. So this is really cool for me, and I say Melee top 8 first all the time. I don't care for Melee top 8 starting at 9 o'clock Eastern time like it did for Genesis 8. I can't do it. I would really prefer not to do it anyway.
Yeah, I do remember, back when I was living in Cincinnati, that being pretty rough. But from a spectator's point of view, this is great. Doing all top 24 basically through top 8 on Sunday is great. But imagining from the perspective, let's say you're a Bobby Big Balls, let's say you're a Fiction Ginger, a Pipsqueak or something, and you are starting in losers round 1 of top 24, and if you have aspirations, which I'm assuming all of them do, to make top 8 and to continue going through the top 8 bracket, all of these matchups, I'm assuming, are best of 5, and these are all exhausting. So if you are, let's say Moki. I think Moki has probably the highest ceiling out of the first losers round to actually make an incredibly deep run. Moki has to play a best of 5 versus Polish, which is losable. Moki has to play a best of 5 against X, which is losable. Moki then has to be the best Yoshi in the world and one of the top 10 players in the world in AMSA, which is outrageously losable. And that's before top 8.
Before top 8.
Mm-hmm. And then, so assuming, going through, you then have to go projected into top 8, losers round 1. Leffen is in losers round 1 of top 8. Oh my god. Leffen could potentially go out at 7th. So then you'd have to go through Leffen. Then you'd have to go through Cody. Then you'd have to go through Plup. Then you'd have to go through Zane. And then you'd have to go through either Mango or Hungry Box. So it's like, I don't know what kind of, from a competitor standpoint, this sucks. Like, I would want a break. I want to breathe a little bit. But again, if you're starting in losers round 1 of top 24 and you're expected to try to win this tournament back to back, that's exhausting. That's brutal. But again, that affects 24 players out of the, I don't know how many, like hundreds of or thousands of Melee entrants there are in the singles bracket.
Let me tell you this. I also really like Slug's chances if Slug doesn't have to play Fiction. If Slug doesn't have to play Fiction, then I like Slug's chances of going on a run to make top 8 on Sunday, because Slug is an amazing, the best Ice Climbers player in the world, and showed that at Double Down by beating Zane and, of course, taking other matchups as well. But when it comes to Fiction, who trusts the laser like no other Falco in the world, it is downright depressing to watch Fiction play against a Slug or Hoborg. Shouts out to Hoborg, our great Philly, now formerly New Jersey, now Philly Luigi player. Watching Fiction play against Hoborg at Pound was depressing because he just would not stop firing the laser, and it is his job. That's what he's supposed to do. But whew, it's tough. And so you can pretty much chalk that up to a loss and say Fiction's going to beat Slug, and Slug will never get to go on a great losers run and make top 8 at the Big House 10, one of the most stacked events of the year. But I will also say S2J, if S2J starts out in losers, I like the matchup versus Magi, although shouts out to Magi, versus None. And then against Jmook, S2J and Jmook went game 5, not a month ago. Oh my gosh, it wasn't Lost Tech City. Why do I want to say it was Lost Tech City? That was not the event that S2J finished, I want to say 3rd or 4th. Oh gosh, why am I forgetting the name of that tournament already? This is what happens to my brain, Hada. But you get what I'm saying. Recently went game 5 with
Wave Dash? No, it wasn't Wave Dash.
No, Wave Dash was too long ago. This was the big event before Lost Tech City. So that's why I'm struggling to remember.
Shine?
Riptide. It was Riptide.
Riptide.
Yes.
Riptide. Too many tournaments, which is not a problem, which isn't really a problem. But it's when we have too much sick Melee to look at, sometimes it blurs together. But don't worry, guys, we have all of our stuff together.
We're experts. Yeah, we can't be questioned on any of this stuff for sure.
This really leans into the fact that, like, there are so many wild cards. It's not even wild cards. Again, this top 24 is ridiculous. The top 64 is ridiculous. There are players in top 64 who if they're playing 105% of their potential, they can make it in the top 24. If there's a player in top 24, if they're playing an A level quality game against someone else's B quality, they could win. Again, so like you could see Axe running it into top 8. You could see None running it into top 8. You could see SFAT, Spark. You could see Magi running into top 8. You could see Polish making a top 8 performance. We've seen peak Polish. Polish is disgusting. And like, yes, like Bobby Big Balls has beaten Hungry Bucks more than any other player, I think, in the last couple of years. That's also warranted to how much they have played online. But again, peak Bobby is one of the scariest players on the planet. If you get Bobby in like combo video mode and he's just winning every single neutral interaction and killing you off every single neutral interaction, it's amazing. It's a sight to behold. So like I'm gonna be glued to my TV this weekend. It's gonna be amazing, and I'm super excited to be able to discuss that and watch this whole performance go down.
And so now we come to top 8. It's Hungrybox versus Plup projected on winner's side. Hungrybox versus Plup, Zane versus IBDW. Down in losers, Amsa versus Leffen, Mango versus J-Mook. Just to start top 8. Whoo, what a blessing this tournament is. But ultimately, the first seed, Hungrybox, allegedly going to be winning over Zane. That would be a wild scene because that would involve, if the bracket plays out, Hungrybox winning versus
HBox 1 seed. What? Why is HBox the 1 seed?
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. I'm just gonna go ahead and chalk it up to a little bit of saying, hey, look, in the top 10, the seeding doesn't matter.
It really to be fair, I mean, there are going to be people who like cry about the seeding. And it's like, you know, why are Finn and Mango seeded to be in the losers? You know, why is J-Mook in losers? Why is Amsa seeded to be in losers? Blah, blah, blah.
It's disrespectful to Zane, though. Gotta put Zane as the number 1 seed. IMO.
I don't know, man. That's the problem. It's like the top 6, 7 is as close knit, as competitive as it was during like the prime era of like the Five Gods. When like Zane, not Zane, when Leffen was at the peak of his career and when all the gods were active and competing, like I don't think there has been a more competitive era than there has been now. So whereas Hungrybox can definitely win this, Plup can win this, Zane can win this, IBDW can win this. I could see Leffen winning this. I could see Mango. I could see J-Mook winning this. I can even can Hamza win it? Yeah. Can is I think out of the top 8 seeded right now, there is a universe where Hamza actually wins this bracket. There really is. And it's the hottest contested spot in the top 8. I think like if like J-Mook has a 10%, I think Amsa might have an 8 or 7% chance. It's still a percentage chance. I do think your favorites are going to be Zane, Leffen, Plup, maybe. Mango has been playing really well. But again, like it's hard to say, man. It's really hard to say. So what I'm going to propose to close out our top 8 discussion is rapid fire. Who's going to get first, second, third, tied for 5th, tied for 7th? So I'm going to say right now, off the dome, Leffen's winning it. Leffen is going to beat Plup in grand finals, Mango 3rd, HBox 4th, Cody and J-Mook 5th, Amsa and Zane 7th.
Oh my
Amsa,
gosh.
Zane 7th. I'm calling it right now.
Ooh.
Those are fighting words for all the Zane fan was out there.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying. Rapid fire. Quick. Off the dome. Use your heart.
Zane, J-Mook, Hungrybox, Mango, Leffen, Plup, Amsa.
Cody.
And IBDW. Sorry, Cody. Sorry, IBDW. I don't think that if IBDW makes top 8, let's just say this, and I hope that you hear this. I will be surprised if you make top 8, Cody, because you're coming back from being inactive, and we cannot question your work ethic. That's not what's being questioned here. We're questioning, after being out of the competition for a couple of months at the very least, how ready are you for a big bracket, an open bracket like this, where you have to be playing Melee for long stretches of time? You're preparing for all kinds of different matchups, and your stamina is not quite to where you want it to be because, of course, IBDW is getting ready, is recovering from surgery for hernia at like unprecedented levels of speed, according to his doctor, all those things. So I'm not questioning your work ethic or desire to win this tournament, but I am questioning how most of the other players here, aside from Leffen and IBDW being the ones that I'm not sure about. And what I'll give Leffen credit for is that Leffen tends to have these performances coming back from a long time of not playing Melee and playing very well, as if the break allowed him to flush out bad things and most of the good things remain, is the best way for me to describe my view on how Leffen will perform at this tournament. But Leffen is not allowed to win the Big House 10, Hada. Leffen's not allowed to win because if he or even IBDW come back and win, then what's the point of Hungrybox grinding these tournaments, or Zane, or Mango, or Jmook? I would love to see Jmook win this event, but I still think if he makes it all the way to grand finals to play against Zane, Zane's going to win out once again. It would involve Jmook beating Hungrybox most likely, and that would be amazing to see because he's only done it once versus Hungrybox. It's like a 1-7 record, whatever the head-to-head is. Hungrybox dominates. But if Jmook finds a way to get it done, like he did at, I want to say, Shine or something. I think it was Shine. But whatever the tournament specifically was where Jmook beat Hungrybox, and I thought, this is it.
It was Shine.
It was Shine. Okay, great. Hooray for memory working out for me there. I say Zane's going to win this event. And it's not because that's like the safest pick, because it's not. There are a lot of different characters that Zane will have to account for at this tournament. It's not just fast fallers. It's a great mix of Leffen going to Sheik, Jmook's Sheik. There are other amazing Sheiks in this bracket as well, but all the way down the line. But I still say that Zane wins this event because he remembers the Big House 9. Game 10 Grand Finals versus Mango, where Mango has the run of his life, or one of the runs of his life. You get it. He's had a lot of great losers runs in Mango's career. I think that Zane wants this tournament more than anybody else that's here. And I know that, again, is also a stretch to say because these players all want it so bad, but I think Zane is going to take his mental and his preparation all the way there to the top.
So, I was really leaning into like the gut reactions because I do want to see something really hype. I think Zane getting 7th on my list is really disingenuous because Zane is the Batman of Melee. Zane with 0 prep loses to Superman. You know what I mean? Batman loses to Superman if they have a street fight. But I think Zane with prep is probably the strongest player in Melee, with maybe the exception of Leffen. I think Leffen is also Batman-esque in the fact that you give Leffen, if you do like the old school like FGC like best of 10s, like you don't beat Daigo in a best of 10. It's impossible. Daigo with prep in a best of 10, it's impossible. I don't think anyone's ever beaten Daigo in a best of 10 with prep. So I think Leffen and Zane are also in that like atmosphere where you give them prep and you have them set up for a super major, they're going to perform. And that's why I value Leffen so highly in this top 8. I think Zane is going to be my upset prone player here. I think Zane is the proverbial FBI's most wanted this season. A Zane win is probably weighted higher than any other top player win right now. And that's why I think a lot of people are prepping for Zane specifically. I will say, now with like 5% of mental prep, I do think I want to switch my Zane and Cody pick. I think Cody's probably going to get 7, and Zane might be upset prone going into top 8. I think an Amsa or a Jmook can probably upset Cody or upset Zane or Zane. I know people are
Zan.
Zan. Yep. For maybe a 5th place finish. And again, that's me going and leaning into I have a lot of faith in our top 10. That the gap is not as wide as people think. I think that any person in this top 8 is not immune to taking an L and getting 7th. I think that kind of says a lot to the quality of Melee that has been gifted to us in the last couple of years. We have access to high quality friendlies at the top end 24/7 365 with Slippy and with Discords and with Twitter. And there aren't people who are lacking puff practice and are struggling against HBox. You can call Dawson, you can call Toussaint, you can call Prince
Panko,
Abu,
Palpa, SDJ.
Panko, Palpa, yeah, SDJ, DSJ. So I'm just gonna say, like, there's an SDJ and a DSJ. Switch 2 letters, and there's a top Colorado puff, and then there's a top Texas puff. Whether or not they're the same quality, they're not. I think SDJ is a little bit better than DSJ. But shout outs to Adam, that's my dog. But regardless, like, there's zero excuse to not being prepared for a super major if you're a top 10, top 20, even top 50 quality player. You have the means to get the highest level of practice. Like, you can call up J Flex, you can call up J Knot, you can call up J Cam, you can call up J Mook, and you can get that top Sheik practice. You can call up J Reffin. J Reffin.
Did we forget J Salt, or is J Salt not a Sheik player?
Yes. Sorry, J Salt. J Salt is a Sheik player. All the J's are Sheik players. You can call up Jada, who's a Pittsburgh Sheik. But my point being is, prep time and the top level of Melee has made it so not only is our quality of Melee so ridiculously high, but the gaps that used to be gate kept by lack of practice or lack of access to top level Melee, it no longer exists. We have save states, training tools, Uncle Punch, and of course you have Slippy and Discord and communication skills through Twitter and Discord to make sure that everyone is prepared for Championship Sunday. And so that's why I think that it's really a toss-up, and I wanted to lean in with my heart and say, big left for a big dub this weekend. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Hada, I like the call, because if you're right, first of all, 2 weeks in a row, which would be, but also it would be quite the upside down world kind of turning event. It would be crazy to see something like that happen. Shout outs to Leffen, though, entering yet another Melee event after having not entered Melee events for a couple of months. Battle BC 4 was incredible. The mastery of Sheik and Fox.
But William with a big dub.
It's crazy to think I'm going to win this tournament, and I'm probably not going to enter events for 4 or 5 months. No big deal. Return to Big House 10, the perhaps one of the most, if not most, stacked open bracket event. It's been amazing to see all of these players, and see players who are barely going to scrape into top 64 loser side, players who can top 8 at even just a hair smaller events. But the Big House 10 is that event, which is why I am super excited to go. Let me tell y'all what I'm doing there on Friday. Me, Jake Spear, and Oates, who's the director of Major Zine, we will be opening the content stream by welcome y'all to the Big House 10, all that kind of stuff. Hey, it's Detroit. The convention center name, something like Jack. Somebody, it's their convention center, apparently. I'll have that intro down between now and 2 days when I go out and do all that. I'm really excited to be able to do a live segment. It'll be from 2-ish to 3:30-ish. And hey, maybe the schedule changes and we're not going to be on at 2 o'clock anymore on Friday. Maybe we're going to be on later in the day. Who knows? But it's us for Bottom of the Smash Mountain. It's the Reeds Tweak Talk podcast, and I think there's something else before Millionaire. Shout out to Melee Stats. You got Fat Goku and the Crimson Blur as your contestants on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So this is not just going to be amazing bracket play, be able to see that on all the BTS Smash Twitch channels. You will of course be able to see that throughout the weekend, but you're also going to be able to see lots and lots of content. Oh, and the other thing that I'm doing, aside from that and competing in bracket for Melee and probably going 0-2, I'm seeded 5-5-1, I think still, is I also am in the 30 entrant 64 bracket. I'm hoping to actually play pretty well, because I think I'm better at 64 than I am at Melee still. 64 I've played since I was 5 years old, and I've played it constantly throughout all these years. And so I feel like my game sense and the fact that I can Z cancel more consistently there will help carry me through. Not against people like Josh Brody, but maybe somebody in that bracket will have the level of experience that I do, and I can beat them. But here's what I know. I'm top 32 already at the Big House 10 for SSB 464 singles. You know what's up.
Yeah, that's sick. Hey, I can honestly say I've never gotten top 32 at a major. So, hey, you're doing better than I am.
30 entrants and I'm top 32 already. Hey, I'm looking forward to going to this event, my first Big House and second major. I've only ever gone to Pound before this, so this is going to be super cool. So that's the Big House 10. We also have Smash Summit 14. We got some Twitter votes. We're in the Twitter vote stage. Hada, if you have that page pulled up, I'd encourage you to pull it up if you don't, because I'd like you to talk through some of these players who we like the best for getting all the way up into the vote-in phase, where now you start buying merch from the store and casting votes. First of all, Bottom of Smash Mountain has put our stamp of approval on All Chat Esports' very own JFlex. So talented. Let's get JFlex to Summit 14. We're lagging a little behind right now at 4th place with 685 nominations. By all means, if you're around, go ahead and throw up a vote. Do that thing. That'd be super cool.
Yeah, so JFlex for Summit. 3 hands, so talented. My personal favorite for Summit, because we are backed by the one and only Darkgenics. That is that we have the stamp of approval from Tri-State's own Darkgenics, which is, if you don't know, Darkgenics had over 100K votes when he got himself in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm saying. I think our favorites as of right now of the nominated players, Axe Sharp, I think, has a really solid, probably to be Europe's representative. Moki and JFlex are probably gonna be my favorites. I think some of our dark horses to make a little bit of a run. Skurzo might be able to do a little bit of something. Magi could probably do a little something. Maybe Mech gets in this time around. I love that Fizzwiggle entered. I think that's dope. I don't think he's gonna get in, even though that's my boy and that's
so
my
mean.
homie from my local
Fizzwiggle
scene.
beat Mango.
Fizzwiggle did beat Mango. I think if it was it's just tough. Summit's a hard thing nowadays, man. Summit's tough. I would love Evan to go to Summit. Is it realistic? I'm not 100% sure. I would love to throw, if I had $1 bazillion to vote on Evan, I would do it. And if I would do the half of the billion on JFlex, then I would go all in on Fizzwiggle. Here's what I'm saying. JFlex gets in round 1, and then we go all in on Fizzwiggle. If Evan gets in through the nominations, I am down to put all of my energy into getting Flex and to getting Fizzwiggle in. Give me those Sheiks. Give me those are my boys. Those are the OGs. Evan actually is the OG when it comes to Melee. Evan was probably my first Melee friend because we met in high school. But yeah, God, it's gonna be an exciting voting season. And to think that this is what we have after Big House this weekend, it's going to say a lot. So if there's someone going in through the nominations who gets in and has a crazy run at Big House, I think it's going to be something really, really cool. So we'll have to see.
I'm sorry, I can't give my second stamp of approval to Fizzwiggle. I'm going to be most likely giving it to Skurzo, who I think I'll be getting onto the podcast in the semi-near future. We shall see. But the people are telling me to get Skurzo on, so probably going to be putting some energy behind Skurzo as well. We shall see. We shall see. Maybe get Fizzwiggle on instead. That would be quite the turnaround. We'll see. So then that leads us to just closing up stuff. Mostly just we're again looking forward to the Ludwig Invitational because it'll be a great way to celebrate our birthdays. October 22nd, boys. Let's go. Let's go. And I'm looking forward to after this tournament is over, I'm going to get back and I'll be tempted to immediately go to an event. But something that I feel like does need to be said is that we should still all aim to be as safe as possible. And I think something that'll help for my own part, this is not possible for some people, so I'm not going to judge you too hard, but try to maybe not go to an event the very next day when you come back on a Monday night or go to a Wednesday night thing. I feel like, I'll just say for my part, I won't be going to the local on Friday night after like next week coming back from the Big House because I'm going to try to play it safe. I'm just saying, I'm going to do the safe stuff that they're talking about doing at the big house, which is, mask policy. You have to have proof of vaccination, trying to continue to take this whole COVID thing seriously. So I'll just say for my part, this is what I'm going to try to do to try to be as safe as possible. And if that inspires one other person to give that a try, well, you're sure. Great. Good for you.
Yeah. So again, mask mandate, while it's not it's not mandatory for the most parts of the country. Again, err on the side of caution if you can. Again, we just want to make sure everyone is safe. I know a lot of people aren't 100% on the whole vaccine train still, which is, that's the unfortunate part of making this a politicized issue. Just love your fellow man, be safe, be courteous, and just do what you got to do.
All right, Hada, do we have any other closing thoughts before we get to our exhibition match?
I think I'm good to go. I just stay tuned on the socials, guys. It's gonna be Big House is going to be an absolute bloodbath from top 64 onwards. There are too many high quality Melee players to keep an eye out on nowadays. So just enjoy the Melee, guys. It's a great time to be a Melee fan.
It's a great time to be a Melee fan. And to all the audio listeners, thank you for joining us for another Hada and Cypher What's Going On in Melee episode. If you ever want to check out what we're doing for our exhibition Best of Fives, they have been electric. So by all means, stop on into the live stream, stop on into the YouTube channel, and watch yourself some good Melee. I have to say, it was really fun last week. I'm hoping for it to be just as fun this week, but we shall see. All right, so as I do Hada versus Cypher Best of 5 on the overlay, I'm going to pull up the screen, playing games. That's what I call it on the thing. Transition it over. I'm already got Melee booted up and almost ready to go. Hada, are you ready to start the warm-up process?
I am actually, I decided to queue. I was hoping I was going to get a bad Falco. If I'm being 100% real with you, I think I ran into Citric. It was like the cracked out Pichu. It's not Citric, but it's a cracked out Pichu.
Shout out to
really
Ralph, by the way. Ralph is also going to the big house. Looking forward to seeing Ralph do some things.
Who texts that? Okay, this guy's really good. I'm as someone who also loves to play Pichu, that hit me. This guy's too good. Also, we're gonna have Hada's Marth this week. The people wanted Hada's Marth, so I am looking forward to this because playing as Fox, I'm not as sure what to do against Marth. For my Falco, it was really easy. I would back off and fire lasers because I would go, Marths don't like having lasers fired at them unless they can power shield consistently, and I obviously don't regularly play Marths that can power shield consistently. So now doing it with Box Fox, I always go, this is really hard. This is really tough because I'm trying to play against our good Marth in the 717 community. Tea Time Tim, shout outs to Tea Time Tim, who's actually placing either first or second at some of the locals that he's been attending here at the Millersville Weeklies. Tea Time Tim is a pretty good Marth, has really good spacing, and I think possibly gonna do some stuff at regionals or majors at some point in the future. We'll see. I don't know how long Tea Time Tim has been playing for, but I think Tea Time Tim's been playing long enough. I definitely see some good stuff, whether he's playing against a spacey like myself or playing against medium weights, other Mars, Sheik, and then of course against the Captain Falcons of the world and so on. Yeah, I mean, I don't play a ton of Marth. I think I like to be a swag Marth, like a self-proclaimed swag Marth. Swag. I like edge cancels. I like to move. But in slight preparation, I've been playing Marth the last couple of days, like almost exclusively.
Yes,
God,
and
people hate Marth.
I
and
froze you
Marth.
out too. We were supposed to do this last night, and I was spending too long hanging out with Jen, and I go, oh gosh, and I say, wait, are we still doing this tonight? And you go, not tonight. So I froze you out, Hada. That's like the grime. I knew you were practicing. Did I purposely hang out with my wife too much to deliberately like make you second guess some of your playing decisions while you were preparing your Marth the past couple of days? Who knows?
I mean, I learned that I win most of my games when I play like a total fucking wiener bitch. So I did a social experiment where I played like a total wiener bitch and I won a lot of games. So I don't know what that says about the Marth community or the Melee community in general, but or maybe just Marth's ability as a character. Wiener bitch Marth wins a lot of games.
At least on unranked it does. All right, when you're ready, I'm ready, and I'm looking into warming up the old hands here.
All right, I got 3 stalked by a falcon, so we're doing great.
You're already ready for the slower pace.
I'm already ready. Here we go. All right, let's get a little warmsy up, please.
Yeah, I need it because I wasn't playing on ranked. I really should, but I fear unranked so bad. It feels like going into a room and not knowing what to expect. Whoops, sorry.
All right. I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready to start Battlefield.
Yeah, good luck, Evan.
All right, good luck.
Versus Mark. Ready? Go!
Also, did anybody notice besides me? I used a wave dash. Oh. Oh no, too late. I should wiggle there. Aw, this is going swimmingly.
Oh, I almost died. Oh, jeez. I deserve to die there. Oh, I should have just air dodge. Whoops.
Ah, tippered.
Choose your character.
All right. Go back to the music.
You good?
Yep, ready when you are.
Versus Mark. Ready? Go!
I need this game because I can't do 2 games on FD. What is this, Mango? I'm not Mango. Not even Mango baby. Oh jeez.
Oh jeez. Oh. Damn.
Max range up there, baby.
Swung way too early. Ooh.
Whoa. Ugly.
Ooh.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. That was supposed to be a short hop. Ah, frick. Yay! No. No! Oh, Phantom. Oh! Not really much to do there for... Oh!
Why? I'm rolling. Oh, that sucks. Why don't I just grab the ledge instead of trying to go down air you? Okay.
I mean, it's fun. It's dummy hype. Frick. I like focusing too hard on firing lasers. Ah, dashed too late. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Perfect timing. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, that was bad DI.
All right, the stick there shouldn't work, I guess.
Nope. No. Darn, what a waste. I knew I was gonna be able to get down there in time. Bad DI again.
What? You're standing? Okay. Oh, Jesus.
I just said to myself, wiggle.
Holy. Yeah.
All right, there is still a chance. Oh, no, not like that. No, I tried to fast fall to land to then do something besides what I just did. Oh, I heard the sound. That's unfortunate. A high, tall task, but you know, it's been done
Jesus,
before.
I just don't want to win, apparently. Letting you back.
It was a good low side B, okay?
It was a good
Technically, Fox can get under even the down tilt if it's low enough, but also high enough to grab. You get it. Okay. You know this already. I don't have to tell you that. Okay. I mean, this is a tough choice. This is a toughie for me. Okay, well, yes, this has been chosen deliberately. Just don't prefer this stage. I kept saying to myself, you could do Pokemon, but I just can't. Oh, swap dodge too soon. There's the down throw. Let's go, Hada. Oops. Our timing is just...
Jesus.
Yeah. Not sure what actually would beat up tilt. Probably not anything that I'm thinking. Ah.
suck.
No bad. Oh, what? How'd I live?
News to me.
Oh, wait, what?
I just don't want to win. I just don't want to win. Okay.
No, not Fountain. Dang it. Somehow, even though this is not much of a bigger stage, it feels like a smaller stage versus you specifically. Yes, good guess.
Okay. Yep.
Nope. No, wait. If I did a dash grab, I would have grabbed you there. Oh, maybe it is good. Nope. I thought for sure I was getting whacked into tomorrow. There it is.
All right, cool. This game is really fucking fun.
Ouch. Yikes. I shouldn't really try to always download. The two up throws, excuse me, that I got this game, I was like wanting to see what you would do. But I should also just go for the hit.
Why am I trying to do things?
Whoa.
Yep. Get everything right.
Too far. Yep. Last stock, game 5. This is now like 4 weeks in a row. It's crazy.
What am I doing? Throwing. Actively. Actively throwing. Actively throwing.
All right, Hada.
It only took me to use fucking easy, man. Jeez.
Do you feel dirty having done it?
I actually feel dirty. I literally back throw and just F smash like a monkey.
Well, I double jumped right away like a monkey, you know? You finally punished me for doing something that was very ill-advised, because I'm thinking, I can jump right now, because you did the back throw, not the down throw.
Can we talk about how you blocked like 3 or 4 F smashes that set with frame 1 invulnerability on Shine? Like, all right.
I like to
you
think
should have
that
been actually deleted like 3 or 4 times.
I like to think that I did all of them on purpose, but probably only one of them was.
You're just so good. Jesse's amazing.
I like getting those frame 1 perfect inputs, you know? It feels good. So I like going for them.
Guys, Jesse's actually a top 32 seed at Big House. He's so good.
First SSB 64. Yeah. You know, Fox has a frame 1 shine in SSB 64, although I won't be playing this Fox in bracket for SSB 64. Probably Kirby, since Kirby's just too good in that game. Like, way too good.
Kirby or Rat or Mouse, yeah.
But GG's, Hada. Well earned. Well earned. Finals? I look forward to doing this on @Hey Hada for a long time now.
Oh, God. All right, want to do one Thug Final for the fans?
Thug Final for the fans. All right, let's go. Let me switch it back, though. And pull up Dolphin again.
Versus Summers.
Nice.
Go.
What am I doing?
With the fierce. Oh no.
Nope.
I don't know what to tell you. Feels good.
you just claim it.
Maybe nobody does it because it's not actually the right thing to go for, but it feels good. Phantom. All right. Dash attack. It's just so good compared to Marth's against me anyway. Maybe Marth's dash attack is better than Samus's, but not right now.
Samus's dash attack's pretty good.
You thought I was gonna side B right away, didn't you, Hada?
What? I didn't air dodge.
Yeah, you did not. You were trying to be like, oh, I'll quickly grab ledge when I think the sent bad DI. It's not for me tonight. It's not mine tonight. It's for the Hada fans who have been waiting a long time for this moment.
It's been too long. It's been too long since anyone's seen me win a set. Oh, God. All right. Well, guys, thanks for joining us for the pod this week. We have awesome Melee coming up for you this weekend. For the next couple weeks, actually, we have Big House, then we have Ludwig stuff, and then we have
Smash Summit 14.
That one.
And then, of course, once we're in November, also, let's not forget that quickly in December, we have all the finals coming up, SWT and Panda Cup. There's so much Melee that is yet to be played in this fall season, and we're all looking forward to talking about it with you on the next episode of the thing. You get it. Thank you all for joining us.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a good week.